This is going to be a banger. This is going to be a good one, you guys. I'm telling you right now. With these patch notes, I have no expectations. But I know if this shit sucks, I'm just gonna play Tekken. Well, I'm just gonna play Jacko. Whatever. We'll see. Did Chip get anything good? Does he still suck? Does the community still suck at fighting him? I don't know. Let's find out. Character balance and bug fixes. Game mechanics. Tension gauge. The tension gauge now increases more the higher your character's risk level. This increases the reward for successfully making it out of dangerous situations and going on the offensive. Wow! 1 buff for defense. Good job. Tension gain rate for the attacker no longer increases when the opponent blocks attacks while the risk level is at max. Ooh. So you get no more tension if the risk level is at max. It's cool. This change is intended to alleviate the difficulty switching from defense to offense. Yeah. Hey, Jacko players, those infinite block strings. Hey, Chip players, infinite block strings. Yeah, you get no bar now. Nice fix. Not bad. Risk level. The rate of risk level depletion over time is now faster. Ha! Another attempt to reduce damage. You should have did this shit before. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Previously, the defender would still be in a dangerous situation. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Risk level now resets when Psych Burst is activated. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Psych Burst is often used to escape dangerous situations, blah, blah, blah. This helps prevent the use of Psych Burst from coming. Okay. So your burst goes away and your risk goes away, even if you miss. That's good. Changes affecting all characters. As a general rule, these changes improve the balance for areas where some characters notably excelled over others. Hurt box of 6p. The height of the hurt box as the attack comes out is now the same for all characters. The height of the hurt box was the same for all characters at the lowest point of the attack, but the hurt box height during startup varied between characters. Making the height of the hurt box as the attack comes out the same means that there's less of a difference in what strings each character can deal with. I guess. More standardization. Okay. Moves with retreating. Special moves with retreating movement, aka Orb Toss, which fucking what's the name? These moves now cause the tension balance to deplete and the negative value to increase. This was specific to Happy Chaos. This is specific to Happy Chaos. Maybe Jacko air dash back toss freaking minion, but this is more so for Happy Chaos. Base damage scaling. Base damage scaling has been added to attacks that did not have it previously, with the exceptions of certain moves. This addresses the problem of some characters having moves used in similar ways, but with varying reward depending on whether or not the move had base damage scaling. Some moves such as Close Slash still do not have base damage scaling, meaning they can lead to major damage. It's a medium starter. Let's see here. We read all this already. Then I got Roman Cancel. Input timing is now the same when performed with attack buttons pressed simultaneously with Roman Cancel. There is now an input buffer window when perform the Roman Cancel button. So you can buffer RC now. Alright, yeah, base damage scaling, we just talked about that. Attack level. Attack level is an indicator for an attack strength. Benefits a high attack level. Partialist. Extended knockback duration on hit. Increased block stun on, okay. Increased tension gauge on hit or block. Alright, that's fine, whatever, this is normal. What? Proximity requirement for an attack to connect. When a proximity requirement is added to an attack, this means it no longer connect within a defined range of the opponent's character's position. Okay. I hope this affects close slashes. About fucking time. Okay, so this just depends on the attack. I don't think this has anything to do with close slashes, but we'll see. If this means that close slashes have different proximities, that's good. But this looks like fireballs. I don't know. But we'll see. Tension balance. Tension balance is an internal parameter that affects the amount of tension gauge gained. The amount gained increases when your tension balance is high and decreases when it's low. Tension balance and blah, blah, blah. Negative. Okay. So first off, let's just get it clear. I've already read Jacko's. So that's a buff for me. I'm gonna just let that be known. I'm playing both Chip and Jacko, but I'm saving this fucker for last. I'm gonna start with Soul. Soul, extending the range of standing heavy makes his offense using far standing against more potent. So they made it so it doesn't whiff anymore. While it is now more challenging for him to get huge rewards from mid-range, the changes to Gunflame make him better at poking from mid-range. Decrease the startup of Gunflame, decrease active frames, increase movement speed of the projectile. That's gonna be scary. 10 and 6S, decrease attack level, no longer launch the opponent on grounded counter hit. That doesn't mean you don't get Vortex, right? There's probably 6S Gunflame shenanigans now. This isn't a nerf. This is quality of life. That's an Xrd combo that they gave him. So probably countered 6S Gunflame, Bandit Bringer stuff or whatever, or Bandit Revolver stuff. Whatever. That's just whatever. Kai. The addition of the Guard Crush effect to Sacred. They gave Sacred Edge a Guard Crush during Shock State and Dragon install. Okay. Yeah, just buff Kai some more. Future Arc now creates less distance with the opponent on grounded hit, making it easier for Kai to continue his offense. Alright. Whatever. No nerfs, only buffs. May. Mr. Dolphin. Horizontal has less recovery now when it connects with the opponent. This makes the S version less risky and the H version more plus, making both more viable than before. Whatever. The extra distance for her forward jump also makes her area approaches. Who the f? Forward jump, increased movement distance. 3K, increased active frames, reduced recovery. Jump 2H now triggers counter effect. All right. Mr. Dolphin, S and H versions reduce recovery on hit or block. The hitbox remains for the fireball after the projectile hits the ground. Don't worry, I'm not worried about the changes for these characters. I'm just reading them off. I'm thinking about them in my head based on how the game is. No worries. I don't need to see the visuals as much. They probably made it that way for her fireball, so she has like some kind of meaty fireball Oki as opposed to just getting away. I don't even need to see it. I just look. The hitbox now remains after the projectile hits the ground. It's a meaty fireball now. There's nothing to think about. Axel Low, the ability to cancel standing P, crouching P, and other pokes during their recovery on hit or block makes his strengths more prominent at his Oh my, what am I reading? So he can delay cancel his 5P and 2P. Rainwater now draws the opponent in, both increasing the reward on hit and making it possible for Axel to maintain his offense on block. He needs it. 5P cannot be special cancel on hit or block until the recovery ends. Standing heavy, the opponent will now be in crouching state on ground and counter hit. That's probably gonna give him like a bigger combo, like counter hit 5H crouch, you have more hit stop. You probably get like, if you're close enough, probably close slash in the TK bomber or some weird shit. Jump P cannot be special cancel. Oh god. So yeah, alright. Jump D now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. Wow. Winter Madness adjusted blowback when used as part of a combo now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback, added tumble effect. Alright. Snail, increased knockback. Okay. Rainwater now draws the opponent in, decreases tension balance. Pot. Additional range for his posts such as far slash and standing heavy improve his mid-range game. Hammerfall also allows for more aggressive approaches as the timing Potemkin can withstand attacks is now faster. At close range, the fast startup of FDB makes it harder for the opponent to escape by jumping, meaning his core throw mix-up is more potent. Sweep, they reduced the recovery. It didn't matter if you blocked it. If he whiffed it, he deserved to get fucked, but I guess. Heat Knuckle now draws the opponent in on Guard Crush. What game is this? Mega Fist backwards now decreases tension balance, now increases negative value. That's fine. I'm glad this is necessary. Like, he's got buffs, so they just made his super armor better. The biggest buff here is Flick, Heat Knuckle, Sweeps, whatever. Like the boxes, this is whatever. This is still 6P-able bullshit. Like this is still 6P-able type territory. With the changes to 6Ps, since his moves already hit high, the 6Ps should still clash through these things. If not, you'll just clash on it, which is whatever. It's literally Flick, Heat Knuckle. These are like the biggest changes. The extra, the armor in which he gets like off a Hammerfall, whatever. That's just old school shit. Faust, increase the knockback on standing heavy, sweep, etc. Allows Faust to create distance from the opponent, meaning he can use what could this be more. Item toss did suck. The reduced startup for mix makes it easier to use in combos while also making it harder to make the opponent interrupt when using block strings. They just try to make mix pogo. Air dash, sped up the timing of input buffer window. 2P, reduce upper hurt box. 6P, increase knockback. Standing heavy, increase knockback. They just let him use items and fix his combo game. Scarecrow, reduced lower hurt box. Same character, just better combos. Same character, better combos, and the ability to use items a little bit more. Amelia, the increased level of Tandem Top makes it less risky for Amelia to use in strings and neutral. It's fine. She now has access to powerful mix-up in more situations that she can cross with the opponent using Turbo Fall even in the corner. Quality of life. 6K reduced recovery, probably for combos. Standing heavy now bounces the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. Combos. 6X decreased attack startup. Combos. Sweep, reduced recovery. Combos. Well, this is overall safety. Round throw, frame advantage, and distance after second throw is now the same against all characters. Quality of life. Turbo Fall Mimic can now move to the side. Whatever. So that just means S disc is better. Same character. She's more or less the same. She'll probably get something a little bit better now with like 5H. 6H, excuse me. 6H and yeah, 6H and 5H is probably better for her. But like the reduced recovery of 6K is literally like whatever. It's probably just to let her combo a bit easier if she hits you with 6K into the disc. You know, if she puts the disc out and she hits 6K, now her combo should be a bit better. Or she should be able to like do more now. But yeah. So that's good. She's just safer. Same character, just safer. Zato, the ability to move only Zato or Eddie during Break the Law opens up new possibilities for strings. Huh. The reduced hurt box on activation of Sun Void makes it more difficult for the opponent to interrupt it when used. Okay. Alright. So Break the Law. Only Eddie will move now when 3 or 1 is input. Eddie will no longer move when up back or up forward is moved. Increase forward movement speed. Tension balance now decreases, so you can't go backwards with it. 6K, reduce recovery, decrease knockback, whatever. Jump D, sped up the timing when Zato pauses before the attack is active. Same. Just break the law in Sun Void. 6K is whatever, you'll still use 5D. But this is dumb. Made Sun Void more harder to interrupt. Ram. The additional range for crouching heavy makes it easier to go into highly damaging combos, making her more threatening at close range. Alright. Jump D now works as a better jump in due to the addition of a hitbox behind Ram. JD's a cross up now. Let's see. My bad. I thought it was flip. As I looked down, it said third hit and second hit. The opponent can now recover after landing. I don't know. This is not a nerf, but she's still the same. It's just less damage. And yeah, now you can recover, so it's soft knockdown, right? So that's good. Yeah, I see it. The opponent can now recover after landing. It means now you can challenge her shit. So that's fine. So she lost corner carry and hard knockdown. All right, fine. But it just seems like it's just the damage. It's just damage and no hard knockdown. So unless they change the way it works on hit, which I doubt. I look at it this way, right? Barring how the hard knockdown or the soft knockdown is, if they're able to just recover, well, Ram does have a lot of recovery on the Rekka, so that is actually a nerf. Okay. I retract. That's good. Yeah, I know the corner carry is nuts. So the corner carry, so she still gets the corner carry, but soft knockdown. I mean, lower damage, soft knockdown, still with the corner carry. It's kind of a decent trade-off in the end game. It's not terrible. She's still the same fucking character. Now with a fucking cross-up. Because Ram needed a fucking cross-up, of course. We fucked over your corner carry and we gave you a cross-up. Maybe lower scaling as well, we'll see. The thing is, she's normally hitting Rekkas from like 6Ps and like close slashes. She's not really doing that shit from far slash. So she's still gonna be using close slash to do big damage. No reduce, movement speed. So she's still gonna be hitting close slash in your face. So if what they say is true about the proximity attacks, then that could be okay too. But she's still high tier. She's still top. I don't know. Right. But I guess what I'm looking at is tip range far slash isn't gonna give it to you. Not that far slash won't, right? But like at that max range where they're gonna be doing it a good chunk of the way, they're not gonna be able to hit Rekka from that like tippish range. But the range in which you're speaking about, SSF, you're not wrong. I agree with that. At like the middle of the close slash, the far slash, yeah, for sure. I agree with that. It's just that tippish range that won't be a threat. So they buff Ram. It's just it's an adjustment. It's the damage nerf across the board for the game is good. So she'll probably still be strong. It's just she lost damage. But then again, so did everyone else. I don't know. I personally don't see it as like that bad. Because a soft knockdown and still being able to, like, I guess it just depends. I haven't seen it. I feel like if she's still able to keep up the pace and stay in your face, then it doesn't matter. Like, maybe now she'll just go for like the second Rekka and dash cancel and just kind of stay in your face so you don't go for the knockdown. So I don't know. And yeah, what Silence said, they just buffed 2H. So they probably did that on purpose so that she can launch you. If they, like, think of it this way, if they expanded the frontal hitbox, that probably means like she maybe like at that range where she would do far slash, at that like midish range, she could probably hit 2H and lift you up anyway and still get the same combo and just make it easier. So that could be a thing. I don't know. Just speculating, can't play it yet. But I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not a huge adjustment. I look at it as more of an adjustment as opposed to a nerf. Because if she still launched, you have to think of it this way, right? Hey yo, Juice Box, what's up, big dog? Like, if you think about it, appreciate the raid, big dog, appreciate it. I do feel like even if that's the case, right?
Oh, what's up, fam? How you doing?
Even if she hits,
never forget about that.
Because
that's
like
all we got.
I know that the third Rekka does have recovery, right? But she would still get in on you, right? So I feel like if she just goes for the first two and gets the dash cancel, she's still gonna get a meaty. It's just if you want the last hit, you have to decide. Is what it sounds like to me. Because she can't dash cancel the last one, right? Only the first and the second, right? So she gets the second one and she's still in your face. It's just a soft knockdown. And they gave her jump D as a cross up. So I could see Rekka dash cancel. Maybe she's close enough from the dash cancel because her dash goes freaking far from that shit anyway, right? And then jump D. And it's like, woo, cross up. So they probably just gave her a better mid-screen game. So like, if anything, this seems like it could potentially be worse. But that's what I see in my head. I don't know. I have to see. I have to see it. But that's what I'm seeing in my dome. We'll see. Let's move on though. Leo, the adjustments to knockback and blowback for 6K and the increased range for Rekka make them more viable in combos and forming block strings. We thought Leo wasn't good enough, so we buffed him again. Sweep. Launching the opponent higher on hit gives Leo more of an advantage, making it easier for him to go into Oaks. What the fuck am I reading, dude? Certain hurt boxes, expanded hurt box. Name them. Fucking lazy asses. Fuck this character, dude. Whatever. Nago. Nago's defense now varies with the amount of blood gauge. The damage and attack properties of his normals still increase the higher his blood gauge gets, but he now takes heavier damage from the opponent, meaning he needs to consider any risk he takes in neutral. You don't say. His crouching S has increased recovery as it was an exceptionally powerful poke. Blood gauge. Nago Ryuki's defense now varies with the amount of blood gauge. Crouching S, increased recovery. Far S, final blow, follow up, reduced recovery. So he has better Oki on the mash. Stand H, reduce lower hitbox. Okay, I guess so. Fukio. That's a change. Alright. Well, we'll see how this goes. Really, like, the change that, like, 2S is the biggest change. And I guess him having... They made him have variable HP. So... you take more damage with the higher blood gauge? That's a big adjustment. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. He's probably still gonna be good, but now he's actually where he needs to be. If he's gonna be this one-shot ass character, then he needs some kind of risk reward. So that's actually a nerf to him. Nago received nothing but nerfs. All this shit is nerfs. But they're trying so freaking hard to like cherry pick and like not dissect the character so freaking hard, dude. Like, they're trying not to pull them apart so heavily. But I guess so. Whatever. Geo. Crouching H draws the opponent in, creating major changes in her combos. Again, using it with Sol Puente can lead to higher damage than before. Cool. She has access to more powerful combos in the corner due to the new wall bounce effect of standing H. 5H wall bounces? That's a buff. Alright, those moves got touched. Fair advantage and distance after extra throw is now the same against all characters. I guess this was normalized. I don't know why her throw needed to get normalized. So her flip kick, reduced lower hurt box, now less likely to end up behind the opponent when the first hit hits the opponent near the corner. So that's to help her corner combos. That's for the air version. First hit down, launch the opponent higher with decrease. She just got better combos. She's still the same character. Quality of life. Quality of life. Not amazing buffs, just quality of life. This is to make her more consistent, even more consistent, and give her some more interesting combos. Her combo scheme was pretty fucking boring. So she's a bit more of an interesting character now. In terms of combo. Strategy and all the other stuff is still about the same. But at least you have more objectives now. A few more objectives. This is good. Anji, standing H now launches the opponent on grounded hit, making it possible to combo from Fujin into Rin and then go into Okazemi. Well. Alright. Okay. Okay, meaning he not only has access to more combo routes, but they also lead to better situations for him. Nagiha gives Anji more of an advantage now due to the blowback adjustment, making it easier for him to maintain his offense. 6P expanded the frontal hitbox. Not surprising. Standard H now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Decreases horizontal blowback distance. So his 5H just launches in general. Well, this character just got hella buffed. He was already good this past patch. Now he's about where he needs to be. He's about where he needs to be. This character's actually, that's a buff. 5H, that's a buff. That's one hell of a buff. Like, the 5H and Fujin buff alone. Actually, just when I say Fujin, I mean everything attached to Fujin, right? That's obviously the moves I just mentioned. So Nagiha and just Fujin as a whole, right? So those two things in particular just got buffed. So 5H plus Fujin and those options are just better. He's gonna be really annoying. He's already annoying now. Definitely, he's buffed. That's a buff. Ino, she can now jump cancel the beginning of her hover dash. Wow, just like previous Guilty Gear games. Good job, Arxis. This now allows her to move a greater distance forward than with the standard jump. That was useful. Combined with the reduction of such performance landing recovery, she now has a greater arsenal of approach options from mid-air. Spell time and Emo can block. That's cool. They gave her the ability to have a dash and be able to dash block. That's fine. She's even more like Morgan. Like, if you guys never played TVC, you don't know anything about TVC movement, but she's basically TVC Morgan now with that movement. Air dash will not be interrupted if a backwards direction input has been. Oh, that's fine. Let's see. What's that note? Let's see here. Note. Added proximity requirement. Oh, this is what they mean about proximity. Added proximity requirement for the attack to connect. Expanded hitbox on hit or block. Stroke the big tree, reduce a hurt box before movement begins. Upper hurt box's attack steadily decreases as the move comes out as before. No major change to it though. So she has better recovery from her dives. Quality of life, better. She's just gonna be more tricky. She's more in line with what she used to do. No stroke still didn't get really fixed. Stroke is still risky, but this makes her offense and her the dash alone makes her neutral better. And I need to see what this does for note. But otherwise, she has better neutral now. She has better neutral game.
How you doing? Never forget about that. 'Cause that's all we got.
This is a change for Eno's neutral game. Thanks for the follow, by the way. This is good for her. Quality of life, but this is a quality of life for the better. This is for her longevity. Right. Let's see. No, I definitely saw the proxy infograph, but what I don't know is, does that mean other normals as well? They're just saying proxy moves, and it's like, well, projectiles. You know what I'm saying? So it's not clear on whether it's normals or just like moves like that. So I need more. I need more than that. Go Lewis. Expanded. The hitbox of jump H behind Go Lewis makes it easier to connect after jumping over the opponent. This fucker's crossup was already good. What the hell? I guess. Thunderbird now disappears when Go Lewis takes damage. Alright. Good. I don't need to see anything else. The hit effect of the final blow now varies depending on the security level. That's fine. Burn it down, increased number of hits. That's just for his. This is for pressure. Burn it down. Now they made you use super more. So, but I don't see people using his super because, well, RC is still a little bit better for him. Now I did read Jacko's. Servers now fly higher and farther when hit with crouching S. See, that's a buff for my playstyle. That's a buff for me. That's a me buff. This makes it viable not only as a starting point for her offense, but also in powerful streams, making use of the time difference before the attack hits. The changes to countdown's launch on hit makes it easy for Jacko to go into combo after blocking the explosion. This is good. Throw servants all versions. 6 attack while holding. Added a wall bounce effect. That's interesting. They're making her more and more like Venom. Is that an aggressive playstyle buff? No, that's a Kensu buff. That's that buff with her crouch S. That's specific to me. That buff is for no one else watching this stream. That buff is for no other Jacko player but me, because I'm the only Jacko player that actually uses 2S to hit minions. So no, that buff is specific to me. They probably watched my stream and realized what was going on. They're like, this is a good idea. We should do that. And I agree. They should have done this even a long time ago. So no, this is specific to me. Appreciate that, Arxis. They know who Big Daddy Jacko is. Here we go. Here we go. Happy Chaos. Y'all ready for this one? I am. Jump D now draws the opponent in, making it easier to lead into advantageous situations for Chaos at close range. Cool. As 6K could be easily included in combos from any situation and was extremely powerful in maintaining offense on block, the attack startup has been increased. It no longer hits consecutively from crouching K, etc., meaning different moves will be needed for different situations. He still can walk you down with that dumbass combo. It's just gonna cost him some more bullets. Alright, whatever. 6S now launches the opponent higher. Alright. Okay. They nerfed 6K wall something? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You time your shit with a gunshot now. It's the same. You just use more bullets. That's it. You use more bullets. You have to time your shots now. That's it. It's no longer 5K, 6K, shoot, and then 5K, 6K, shoot. Now it's gonna be like 5K, shoot, 6K. That's it. It's the same. It spins more bullets. it's good because it costs more. It's a nerf to make him have to maintain his bullets. But 6S launching higher now, you just do 6S combos. Solves that problem. So now you do the combos where you just run them down. So they made it so he can't use wall slump unless you intend to spend the bullets. That's it. Same character. Moving forward though. At the ready, reduce recovery when activated with no concentration. Okay. Cancel aim can be done with 3 or 1 input. Okay, cool. And the nerf to backwards movement moves, which is good. That was necessary. Same character. His potency is reduced though. His overall potency is reduced. I think now what you're gonna have to do is like 2K shot, button, 6S shot stuff. So it's not gonna, it's just not gonna be as free anymore. He's still good though. I would say based on this, his resource management has to be better. So his zoning is still the same. It's just he can't keep you standing anymore without exhausting more bullets. So there's gonna be 2 things about him: more bullets and better meter management. That's it. And now he can't just throw scapegoats and curses like that for free anymore either. In other words, they made it, they nerfed him to a point where he has to box. Like going backwards is gonna be bad for him. So he has to fight you. That's why that's why they buff JD. So they buffed his aerial starter, cause that's a cross up. And nerfing 6K, honestly, the 6K nerf was huge. Yeah, he's just more resource heavy. Still good character though. Like the biggest nerf is 6K free, no questions. It's the hands down biggest nerf in this thing. Because like 5K, 6K is like, that's just stupid. And 2K, 6K, that's just stupid. The fact that the 2K had enough hits done for him to land that was like the dumbest shit they had. Because he's the only character that could walk you down. The game was designed around juggle combos. This fucker was walking you through the corner, you know what I'm saying? Literally, he was skipping to my loot. He's like, oh, you got hit by this? Ooh, that sucks for you. Bah, bah, bah. 2D. Reload. This, I can say safely, he's nerfed, but he's still very good. You have to maintain your resources better. It's a very, very subtle way to make him more resource heavy, but just adjusting 6K was enough for it. So they buffed everything else though. Like everything else is, it's kind of like quality of life slash, I think like the only real buff is 6S. JD crossing up better or having a vacuum effect, that's just Iori Taco. It's whatever. That's even though I kind of frowned a little bit, now I see the rest, it's whatever. It's all about like 6S now. I think 6S is huge. So, and this saves him at the ready, reduce recovery when activated with no concentration. This is actually a buff.
Never forget about that.
Because that's just mad slow. So, moving forward. Bacon. Viking is more of a threat at close range now. Alright. As she can more easily follow up on cross-up Yozunsen mix-up. By expanding the hitbox of the explosion part of ShinKensou, it now functions better as a poke and in combos. Okay. Tatami Gaishi removed the usage restriction? I'm not sure what this means. Yozunsen, decrease horizontal blowback distance of the later half of the active frames. And this is like Fireball Super. That's a gun super. Expanded hitbox of explosion. Still the same.
Come on.
This is your Johnson buff.
How you doing? Never forget about that, because that's all we got.
Oh, you're right, you're right. She can't do more than one tatami on the screen. Quality of life. More quality of life. It's just more quality of life. It's the same character. They're like minor buffs, but with the damage reduction on the game, we'll see how well it pans out. Testament. Grave Reaper can now be used back-to-back, greatly improving Testament's control over... Oh, God. Plus R? Crouching H now draws the opponent in, opening up new uses and combos and block strings. Thank you. Open up this character. Remove usage restrictions. So now it uses Grave Reaper, Grave Reaper, Grave Reaper, Grave Reaper. So now here we go. Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. Sweet. Not much to say here. Just more screen spamming. So they're making... Honestly, that moved this character up. The usage restriction on Grave Reaper, I think that moved the character up. I think this is really good. Bridget, though, personal favorite here. Bridget has more opportunities to launch her offense from neutral due to the increased projectile speed and reduced recovery of stop and dash. Oh God. She has more potent options available from rolling movement, from after rolling movement connects. As the changes to knockback and trajectory create less distance with the opponent and leave Bridget at more of an advantage. 2P expanded lower hitbox and hurtbox. 6P now causes blowback on hit when the opponent is standing. The blowback is the same as when hitting a crouching opponent. Command normal 4 off. So that's follow-ups. Expanded lower hit and hurtbox. That's fine. Stop and dash, increased damage, increased movement speed of the projectile. Expanded procs. This was good. So they made yo-yo toss faster. This is good. This is good. Expanded proximity requirement for the attack to connect. So that's to keep it in line with the speed. Stop and dash, reduce recovery. This is huge. This is bringing Bridget back to what Bridget used to be. I might mess with Bridget again. Rolling movement, all versions. Decreased knockback, increased descent speed on hit or block. When activated as the yo-yo returns to Bridget, she now moves towards where the yo-yo was placed. Thank you. Fix the bug where double jump air dash and air back dash could not be used under certain conditions. I did feel that before. I thought I was just tripping. Counter state 9s at the same time as active frame. Starship, fix the bugs. That's bug fix. Kickstart my heart, expanded proximity requirement for the attack to connect. Quality of life, break. Added tumble. Oh, they added tumble on break. That's good. Reduced launch with decreased horizontal blowback. This is good. Might get combos off of the tumble. We'll see. Return of the killing machine. Increased number of hits. Necessary. 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 Way better character. Way better character. This is good. That's gonna be good. This sounds really strong. Sin. There are no character specific changes for Sin as he was released quite recently. All right. Moment of truth. This is it. It's the last character. I saved my boy for last. Chip. Alpha Blade horizontal now sends the appliance up. Horizontal Alpha Blade now sends the opponent flying towards Chip, making it easier to land more hits. Okay. The reduced startup for Senshu means that it can combo from Rokusai on crouching hit, making it more rewarding depending on the situation. Okay. 6H, the opponent will now be in crouching state on grounded hit. Close slash 6H Rekka. Hit him with the overhead kick. Alpha Blade horizontal launches the opponent higher with increased horizontal blowback. I'm curious. Senshu reduce attack startup. I'm not sure. These are good things, for sure. They upped his damage. His damage is better. But close slash 6H is like a new thing. I think my problem with the Alpha Blade buff is Alpha's still fucking slow. Nah. Sweet P Alpha is not a thing. If you hit them with it on a reset, it could be good. So no, it's more so this is probably better for Oki. So it's probably like P Alpha Blade for Oki. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's terrible. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's good. I'm just trying to visualize it. It probably, yeah. It probably gives you that, like, you know when you hit counter hit like 5, well, maybe some of you do, some of you don't. But like, for example, when you hit counter hit 5H from like the right distance and you do P Alpha Blade, you can do 2K to pick up because the recovery is like late. So I could see it probably launching a little bit higher for him to land that. So that means if you get hit by it, P Alpha Blade should throw you towards chip and he should be able to get like close slash or something. This sounds okay. This sounds good. But it feels like now it's either, it gives P Alpha Blade a use, but this is like it's just regulated to Oki. What it sounds like to me is like how you did P Alpha from a combo with 5H tumble. Yeah. Basically. But you had to TK it, right? So P Alpha has considerably more height, so I can get better conversions. To be honest with you, his Oki is closer to what I want to do. Like with this makes his Oki closer to what I want. So this is a buff for me. Other chip players too, right? But like this, what I'm saying is this is buffing my personal playstyle because I don't like FTC in this game. I think that this just adds another layer to his game, but I think this is gonna be more potent than FTC, which I think is about time. Because P Alpha Blade, in my opinion, fucking sucks. This move is just useless. Use it every now and again to see if people are fucking on it and keep people honest. But other than that, Alpha Blade is still way more superior. You just don't get a combo. So what they did in this case, right? They took the extra hit you would get like JD from old K Alpha and they put it here, which is like good and bad. It's good because now he can probably get a conversion. It's bad because it's attached to this fucking move. But they're forcefully trying to make it useful. So now it goes back to what I prefer, right? Which was K Alpha, P Alpha. But now you don't really have a reason to not use. Now you don't really have a reason to not use P Alpha for Oki. It's P Alpha for Oki, Leaf Throw, and FTC. Which I'm still gonna be the one to say FTC is the weakest shit of them all. Because sometimes the combos are super inconsistent from where he lands. So this to me seems a lot better. And now I'm kind of curious how this is gonna work in some of his air combos. Because this could definitely help his air conversions, especially since it brings him back towards him. That's kind of huge, especially for the air version. Because I already have conversions and things like that already work with it. So now if the opponent's flying back at him, his Oki now is gonna be even better. And I'm already seeing it in my head. So this is good in a lot of ways. I would say it's more than anything else, like, this is good. Does this make him top tier? No. He's definitely winning though. He came out on top in the patch, for sure. But it's hard to say. He's definitely better though. 6H causing forced crouch. It's like they just want you to use close slash in the 6H. It's really what they want. They don't care if you get the counter hit on it. If you get the counter hit on it, good for you, right? But you should be looking for like close slash 6H. Because now you get Sentry knocked down, but it's still not a hard knockdown, it's a soft knockdown. You think near the corner, air juggle and the P Alpha will allow you to get wall run? Maybe. Since it brings him towards him now, probably. I'm visualizing it in my head. Yeah, It could be something like that. I think that's gonna help him for sure. That's gonna help him. Like, if anything, I feel like the new horizontal alpha blade is gonna make him have better Oki for sure. I can visually see it. It's just, he might be in a situation where it's damage over Oki or Oki over damage for the mid screen. Because now, like, they're nerfing positive bonus shit. But I don't think he should not go for positive bonus with Chip. Personal opinion, definitely a stronger character though. Definitely stronger. So far so good. I can say that for sure. I think I can say for sure that this shit's pretty solid. It's good. All this is good. All is good. But making the overhead kick faster, that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary for him. That just made his up close game even better. It's still a risky move, but like now I think if it's even faster, there's probably like maybe 2 or 3 frames, making it a lot harder for you to react to him. So they're just forcefully making his overhead kick better, which he does need a better way to open people up for sure. He's better.